Hi everyone. So today I'm going to be trying Huda Beauty's brown, and this is in chocolate. So I definitely feel like they should have done this before the mint ones. I guess like your browns you can kind of do whenever, but I just feel like I'd rather go into those pastel-y colors right now with spring. So I'm first just gonna start by prepping my face. So I've kind of dried out my skin with mask and that, so I want to moisturize it again. So I do like Fishi's 80 Mineral 89. I find it like my favorite serum. Like, I have a backup one. So make sure your face is clean, your hands are clean as you apply this. Naturally, I just have skin that will go a little red from touching it, but it will dissipate. And because I do have blemishes from mass stress, I'm gonna add some moisturizer after. So this is Hey Honey's Relax. So it helps calm redness and upset skin. So again, just rubbing it in my hands, applying it gently. And if it wasn't the afternoon and my face is still puffy from the morning, even just using like a roller to help rub it in, cool down your face, help things kind of go is an extra step that you could use. I am going to use the Inky list, just a hydrating eye cream. Ooh. So this has a nice little metal part, so it's cool as you apply it. So I'm just making sure. And you can even kind of do your upwards strokes. So it should be that you can just kind of go, apply a little pressure to get the serum or the cream. And then just work it in. So if you do feel like your concealer is a little dry and cakey, definitely applying an eye cream helps. And then just making sure it is all nice and smoothed out. Going in with a concealer. So I do think Maybelline has a nice, their Age Rewind is a nice concealer. And then I really love, I can't remember the name of this company, but it's like an airbrush sponge. So it kind of has like little fibers, and I just think it's so nice for like an easy time. I don't find I need my sponge wet, but it just like, it's like velvety, and it just works so nicely for like blending things out where you don't have to like tap, 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 tap. I can just kind of gently. I'm hoping this is like other Huda Beauty products and it's not a bad fallout. And then this is Nude by Nature's. It's in an Art Deco kind of setting powder. Just because I have like a whole bunch of little Nude by Nature setting powder that's like hard to use. So when you get little samples, keep your big container as a nice little life hack. So that way you can effectively use it instead of trying to shake the little thing on. Because you can just pop out the little plastic part and add your setting powder. So I just want to make sure it's nice and coated. Oh God. That there's no kind of catch with the brush, just so it doesn't catch the colors. Just dropping things. So now I have like a nice kind of base to go with. So I'm just gonna swatch these colors. So it does do the little two of them kind of have like, as soon as you blend though, you lose it, of like little speckles in it. I do appreciate the lack of names for me to not mispronounce. They definitely feel nice. Ugh. Like, just that pigmentation. Huda Beauty is one of my, like, favorites. So they have, like, one of those little kind of shimmer ones, right, as we go in, but it's not, but it's better than their other ones of like that overlay color. Like, it still has a little bit more pigmentation. You have 3 kind of metallic satin finishes. I have 5 matte shades. So I'm gonna go in to the corner shade there. The nice big blending brush. There's like kick up, just kind of tap off with, like, when you swatch it and it's really pigmented on your hands, like, it's probably going to have a lot of kick up. So you can always start just nice and light with that color instead of just kind of going in strong. And always make sure you tap off, because otherwise it will tap off on your face. And we already put our concealer down. If you put foundation down, you are just not going to be a happy camper. So I'm just kind of concentrating this color a little bit above my crease, a little higher up, because it almost has like this corally shade. So in the end, I just want a little bit of it to kind of show. I'm concentrating on my inner corner and then just working it in. Going in with a more tightly packed blending brush, I'm going to go into that middle shade. Bring it a little bit more into my corner. Of my eye. Going in with kind of like a fluffy eyeshadow brush, I'm going to go into this corner shade. And I think like this one has to be kind of my favorite from swatching. It's just very pretty. So the more packed together, like if it's kind of spread out as your eyeshadow brush, it's going to kind of diffuse that color a little bit more than if it's tightly packed. And like play around with your brushes, like don't think you just have to do the round circle ones for the crease. I'm gonna take this color and smoke it out on my lower lash line. Pinching that brush a little bit. Then I'm just kind of taking it and going up, almost winging it out. From my lower lash line up to that corner. I was almost deadly itching my nose, and I'm just like gonna wipe. So I'm gonna go in with kind of a fluffy angle brush. It's a little bit, I have to work on getting some, like I want it a little bit smaller. Maybe I will do this one. And I'm gonna start with the shade down here. And just, you can do less shades, right? But just having more shades is gonna create a little bit more dimension naturally. You can still do it with one color. And just work on building it up. So I'm just going to pinch my brush to get to that lower lash line. you get shadow on your fingers and you're like, okay, I need to wipe that off before I get it all on my face. I'm gonna go in with the color here, just with my finger. I can use a setting spray and apply it. But I don't have any qualms about using my fingers. Then I'm just going to go back into that pink shade. I'm just going to go over once, just to make sure everything's kind of blended together above. And then with my angle brush, I'm going to go into the shimmery dark shade just to deepen the color. And kind of mix the dark with the light on my lid. So I use 7 colors to kind of go through. You could probably just use like 3, but why not build that dimension? So I think like, I'm trying to see if they're like close to any of them. But I feel the nudes kind of have like more of like a red tinge, where I feel like these have more of like yellow background. Maybe they're naughty palette. So yeah, maybe closer with that naughty palette is like your new nudes. Nope. Your nudes and browns. But I still find them different. So I did kind of pick up all 3 of them instead of waiting. I do think they kind of came down a little bit in price, which is nice. So I was able to get Christoph Robin, their salt scrub, which is really nice, their hair mask, which is okay, and then their volume paste that I haven't tried before. So I'm interested to kind of try this out, because I thought it was like you could add it after the fact, but it is like an in shower kind of help volumizing. I did get Urban Decay's Lash Freak, so 23.6 more volume. Like, that's just such a weird number. I wish, like, because it's such like an interesting brush, like it has a little bit on that side, like is it to get like those inner parts? Like I'd like them to, in the packaging, just kind of go over how the brush goes. I do appreciate, like, this is great for like traveling with, because it does have your mirror as well. The mascara is a little bit clumpy. But what is really nice is because there's no other bristles, you can really get like in close to that lash line without a fear. Oh, I like it for my lower lash line. without a fear of like getting poked. Right, you have your little bristle to get into those tight corners. So I'm not like the biggest fan of the formula. It does really like coat your lashes, but I really do like the brush on this. So it's just kind of easy to overcoat. I can get closer in. So it's like, I don't know, Urban Decay mascara. Like they had their Troublemaker. And that like bristle, if like it touched your eyeball, because like sometimes that happens, or like it just touches your skin, like hurt. This one is definitely nicer. So I am enjoying it. Like I would honestly buy it for the wand. And put it with the mascara I want. Yeah, because it does just like overcoat a little for my personal preference. Like I like to cake it on, but this is extreme with its cake on. So just trying to like shape a little with just a spoolie. So I'm not adding any more product. But I'm happy with it. Like, because I can always just like kind of coat and then go in with a spoolie, just to really get in at like the lash line without it going everywhere. And then from Rare Beauty, I also got a sample. I don't know how. They have a little perforated edge, does not work. So it's very hard not to go for like those sparkly shades, are just always great. So just kind of going in with a flat brush. I guess like I did not think it would be like, this is a little bit more corally for my taste. Let's look in a mirror self. So I thought this was more of a gloss. So like I thought she just did more like lipsticks. So I was like, oh, this is a horrible kind of lipstick formula. Like, it is very drying. Let me read the packaging. Maybe it's supposed to be like a liquid lip. So this sample is a blush and highlighter. Like, it really is like drying a little. So hopefully it's not as bad. So I'm just going to go in with a tightly packed blush brush. Using the card just to stencil it out. Much nicer blush color. Sometimes, like, you feel like, okay, life, I got this. And then it's just like, you don't. Let me just remind you how you don't. So I do like cream blush products because I do find they like just last nicely throughout your day, rather than your powder ones, and they just kind of like blend into the skin. I think they look a lot like more like natural, of that like inner kind of glow. I do feel for like a cream product that this is, it does really dry down. Like, it's a little bit more of a drying formula. Like, I think Too Faced's cream blush, peach blushes, are like, they're my favorite. So I'm just trying to like sheer out that color. And I guess I can go into highlight. I'm not really mastered the liquid highlight. And I find the ones like, they kind of give you a rose gold and a goldy one. So I think people said like stenciling it with your fingers. Don't know if that's a word that I'm seeing right, but just kind of like dabbing. And I'm just gonna go over with a brush just to smooth things out. So I think the highlight is nice. But again, like, I just rather go with my powder highlight. I just find it easier to work with. I don't want to get a second hand dirty, but I am not going at the right angle. So I definitely think I like the highlight product. Seems a little bit more like creamier than the blush. again, like, you're definitely not using that much product. So I don't know how you're going to store it otherwise, but I'm pretty happy with Huda Beauty. I really like Urban Decay. The Rare Beauty, like, it does feel lightweight. Definitely the highlight feels really nice. The blush I find a little bit drying, but it could just be that batch. And that, but here's kind of my finished look. I was just like, I feel like the blush color, like, I feel like these colors just are a little bit not my colors for the face products. I think that they look better in person than maybe they're coming off on camera. But overall, it's always exciting to try new makeup, just putting things on, feeling a little bit better, and then staying home to not have to wear a mask. Like, why not? So thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a great day. Bye.